Okay, guys, welcome to our social corner where, if you are new here, this is where we talk about different topics, but we don't
Mhm.
want to spend 10, 15, 25 minutes talking about the same thing. These are small things that we want to talk about, get to it, and jump to the next. So, the
Also a
first,
little bit more lighthearted because I know we've been very real and hard. But now it's a little bit chill. We're gonna be social vibes.
okay, so I just wanted to mention this real quick. As somebody who I love my crime dramas, I do, I really do. And Suits, if you know, there was a point where everybody was obsessed with Suits. Suits is coming back for a reboot, right? Let me just show y'all a little bit of.
Or the mighty Ted Black.
What's that?
The new deal I got you.
You don't represent me. I need someone with confidence. You just seem a little sheepish to me.
I am the best attorney in the country.
We're about to be the largest firm in the city.
Ted is making you and me co-heads of entertainment.
Come again? This time next week. You, me.
You being on top of me? That's a fantasy that's never gonna happen.
We'll see about that, Ricky.
It's different out here. People lie. They cheat. They do whatever they can to win.
I know what you're thinking of doing. Once you do it, there's no going back.
Do you trust me or not?
Yes.
Damn right.
Remember this guy?
Harvey from the old days.
I never liked him. The only person I knew cockier than you.
That's exactly why I liked him.
Now, Shayla and I had a conversation a while back about reboots, and we see that Phineas and Ferb was coming back for the reboot, yada, yada, yada. So with this reboot, what I've been seeing being tossed around is that one of the original characters, Harvey Specter, will show up for one episode, right? And when I saw that the reboot was coming out, like my first reaction was like, why? Like everyone who I have talked to about Suits, what we want to see is the after. I want to see Mike in his job. I want to see Harvey and Mike working at their nonprofit together. I want to see what life is like for Harvey and Donna. I want to see those things. Nothing, as much as Victoria Justice was great and Victorious, I'm not worried about her in Suits. Like, the reason why most people loved the Suits is because of the character development, the plots, and just like just all it had, right? All the drama, all the plot points, all everything. I don't see no Jessica Parker. I don't see a Harvey Specter. I don't see a Donna. I don't see a Lewis. I don't see a Mike. What? Just make a new show.
Yeah, I wish I had something to add because I never watched Suits, but you guys know how I feel about reboots. I've just ended the same thing with like High School Musical. They did a little like a show version of the High School Musicals for Disney Plus, and I'm just never gonna watch that because let each thing be its own thing. Like, why call this a Suits reboot if you're not including the same people? Or just let it go. Like, call it a different show. Like, if it's all different people, call it the what's the another word for Suits?
Spinoff. Oh, spinoff.
No.
You said Suits?
No.
Call
or call it Tie. Like, please, no.
Like, keep it for real, for real. So the next thing we want to talk about, this is Shayla's favorite girl.
The next thing we want to talk about is Sexy Red and Bruno Mars. The song, they dropped a new song. I don't know, is the name of the song called Coochie? I don't know.
Sexy and Wet. I got a little preview for you.
Girl, we don't need a preview. I'm not. So the song actually came out last Friday, but I didn't get a chance to hear it. So we didn't talk about it. And I heard like 5 seconds of it. And I said, please pause and end it. I never want to hear this song again. I do not understand why Bruno Mars and his team agreed to this, because before this song, I saw Bruno Mars as like a gentleman, like he gonna wife you up. You know the song, like, I Think I Want to Marry You. Anytime I hear that song, I think about like in Disney, people proposing, like all cute stuff, and like, I'ma leave the door. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, all. And then you hear this song that it's all about like coochie and wet, and it's just so like Sexy Red, we know she is explicit, so it's like, okay, whatever, like that is her brand. I'm used to it. But to hear Bruno Mars come on that song and be so explicit and just like it is adding nothing to the culture. And I think it's gonna help Sexy Red because she is gonna get the clicks, but it's not moving the needle for Bruno Mars. And I think he's gonna regret this little collab.
Okay, all right. I don't think it's gonna get to that point.
I mean, he already did it, but he not gaining nothing from it.
So my thing is, so when I saw that the song came out, like when I first listened to it, I was just like, okay, like it was just very random to me more than anything. And I saw people on social media talking about it, and they were like, somebody was like, first off, I didn't even know these type of words were in Bruno Mars's vocabulary. And then I saw another post that was basically like, this is the worst song Bruno Mars has ever been a part of and collaborated with, and this is the best song that Sexy Red has ever had. And I was like,
No, Sexy Red has better songs. 1,000%.
yeah, I died laughing. Okay, so to me, when I heard it, like I could see how it's catchy because he's like wet and juicy or something like that. It's a little catchy. Would I sit there on a regular Sunday listening to that song? No.
No.
If I heard it played in the club, I might do a little. I mean, I can't fault somebody for wanting to diversify. It's not for me. But the people it's for probably think it's great.
Yeah, for Sexy Red's like audience, yes, maybe. But I don't know. I feel like Sexy Red has better songs for sure. This was not her best song out there. So anyways, on to the next. Comment down below how you feel about Sexy Red's new song with Bruno Mars. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Tell us in the comments.
Right.
On to a little bit. It's a little bit serious, but it's just things that happen on social media. So Selena Gomez, as we've discussed, I feel like we've been talking about Donald Trump for our last 3 episodes. He's been very heavy on deporting migrants, right? He claims that it's only people that have legal, like criminal backgrounds. That is a lie. He's also deporting people that have no criminal backgrounds. But we're not talking about that right now. Selena Gomez, the actress, producer, the creator of like Rare Beauty, I think that's her beauty brand called. She posted like a short little Insta story crying. I didn't watch it, but I saw someone share it of her crying about these deportations. Okay, I don't want to listen to it, but you can play it for them.
I just want to say that I'm so sorry. All my people are getting attacked. The children. I don't understand. I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't know what to do. I'll try everything, I promise.
So essentially, she deleted that video, I feel like immediately, because she was receiving backlash for it. And some people were like, well, you guys forget that these celebrities are humans. If you didn't know, she has a Latina background. I don't know if she's Mexican, but she has some Latino roots. She helped produce, I don't know this because I never watched it, like a Netflix series, to highlight the Latino community. Boom, boom, bam. Here's how I feel about the situation. It is not that like celebrities don't cry as the chair of the crying department, because I love to cry, honey. It's not about the crying. My thing is it's taking away from the issue, right? You have such an amazing and big platform. Millions of people follow you. You posting and setting up this camera as you are crying in tears. I really couldn't even make out what she was saying. So that is taking away from the message. And I mean this like really nice. It's taking away from the message. You could have instead been sharing, you said you don't know what to do, but there are several organizations that have been fighting since before Trump entered office, fighting this battle. The people that do know what they're doing and what they need to do. You could have just shared a screenshot on that a video, because there are thousands of organizations, and that would have been more impactful and more helpful and not distract from the migrant situation instead of just posting a video of you crying. I understand that as someone that cries, but I just feel like it gave a little bit of just like read the room because it made you the victim and not the migrants. Rebecca, go ahead.
So I'm laughing because every time I see, like, I don't know if y'all remember if you're new here, but there was an old episode where we talked about what is something that we need to leave in 2024.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things I mentioned is getting on social media and crying. Because the moment you get on social media and cry, the first thing people are going to think, and Shayla mentioned it, you set your phone up and say, all right, here come the tears. Like to Shayla's point, if you want to do something, there's literally advocates that are speaking out saying if you are like pulled over by ICE or ICE is in front of you, these are your rights. This is what you can say. These are the numbers that you can call so you can get a caseworker or somebody to advocate for you.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And don't get me wrong, that going to help every case? No, there's still going to be people who are innocent who are getting shipped back to where they came from, right? And it's like, her getting on social media crying like that, I'm looking at her, I'm like, what is it that you wanted to accomplish? Like, what is it? Did you want me to sit there and be like, oh my God, Selena crying, me too?
And I'm sure she meant well. Like, I'm not saying she didn't mean well. I just think as celebrities, you also have access to way more things that people like Rebecca and I have. You, like your agents, the people that you work with on Netflix, the rare beauty people, like you could start a campaign. Oh, these 5% of all the sales for rare beauty for one day will go towards these organizations that are helping. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like you have access to so many other opportunities. So unfortunately, this is how the world works. You are not going to be held to the same standard that regular, everyday people are. You're just not.
Exactly. And it's like, I get it. The situation is sad. And the amount of cases that I see on a daily basis is actually disgusting. But getting on social media and crying is not going to do nothing because those people are still getting detained and people are still getting shipped back by the boatload. So it's like you sitting on social media crying, you literally, like, you are an advocate for all these different things. Girl, advocate. Don't get on social media, crop your phone up and think that everybody about them tears going to do something for us. Like, I get it. It came from like a good place.
I think she meant well. It just was not interpreted that way.
Read the room, like Shayla said.
Mm-hmm.
Did you want to mention Angel Reese or did you want us to go into Sports Corner?
I'll just mention these last three things. We were not going to talk about it, but Angel Reese at the age of 22 years old, honey, she was able to gift her mother for her birthday, which I think was on Thursday. She paid off her mortgage. So shout out to her doing her big one. While people are worried about what she is wearing, she is paying off her mother's mortgage. So clap that tea. I need to see all the headlines. Thank you. The other thing, a Fox News host went off because Kamala Harris's husband went out grocery shopping with her. He said, oh, what type of man does this? And it's like, well, a good man would go out with his wife to food shop. So if you yourself think that you're above going Latino. If you yourself think that you are above going grocery shopping with your wife, you need to get checked. And if I was the wife, I would have the divorce papers at your doorstep before I get home.
And I just want, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, and the last point that I want to make is Bhad Bhabie. If it is true that you have cancer, I need you to please focus on yourself and your health. You dropping a diss track about Alabama Barker is just not helping the situation. You're bringing more hate, more stress to your life. You also have a child. Focus on your baby. Like, you also just got a nose job, which is why I'm questioning, do you have cancer? Because it's actually insane to me. Why are you bringing all of this negative attention to you? Because whether you realize it or not, if you have cancer, all of this stress and all of these things is not going to help your health. Focus on you. If your husband or boyfriend is cheating on you, who cares? Prioritize you. If not for you, for your child that you need to be here for. And yeah, now let's get into a sports corner.
Can I just make 2 points real quick?
Oh, all the points. Go ahead.
To the topic you mentioned about the Fox person, when I first saw that video, the first thing I said to myself, I'm like, first off, you're a bozo and you're a clown. Who actually wants to get married to you? Because what do you mean going shopping with your wife is a weird thing? When did being a present husband become a headline and mean political strategy? Like, y'all do know the basis of a relationship is companionship and to be together. And what are they doing? Shopping together. Like,
and I think he's married, so whatever.
Girl. And clearly he ain't going with you to ShopRite, Costco, none of them.
It's men with that like machismo attitude that they think they're too good.
And that's literally it. That machismo attitude will really get you signing divorce papers before you can say why. Okay. And to Bhad Bhabie and Alabama Barker, I just think the drama between them, every time I see it, I kind of just keep scrolling because it's just like, what do y'all hope to accomplish? Like, are y'all gonna fight? What's next? Like, I don't understand what is it that y'all hope to accomplish. And to your point, Shayla, if you first off have cancer, have an abusive boyfriend, and you have a child, girl, clearly you need to stop doing diss tracks and focus on your life track. Like, what are you doing? Focus on yourself. And the real funny thing is, like, Alabama Barker was like, oh, like, I didn't even have sex with Tyga and Soulja Boy. And then Tyga had like got on social media, was like, I didn't even think I needed to address this, like, that's not what happened. Like, I never like. And the thing is, somebody in the comments was like, it's the fact that how easy and believable a white underage girl is to your type. That's why we believe it.